And then we began to see this hawk, beautiful bird, up in the top of the pine tree, and then we stand there and look at him, and you can see his head moving, because he's right up there on the top of those big, tall pine trees. And then pretty soon he'll make that noise, and his wings will start to flapping, and then he's circling around. And so he's watching for them squirrels too, or birds, they get either one.
Mm-hmm. Anything. Like bugs too.
We looked in our bird book, and it, as close as we can identify, is a northern harrier. Huge bird.
Northern what?
Harrier.
Oh, northern harrier?
Harrier.
I think
Wingspan.
Is that a falcon then?
It's bigger than a falcon.
Oh.
Falcons has little different shaped wings.
they're more round.
Yeah,
Falcons are cute.
and huge. All that wingspan's at least 6 feet.
I saw a bald eagle a couple months ago
Did
by
ya?
my old house.
You did?
When I used to live with Luke, before I broke up with him, there was a 7-Eleven right by our house, and I was driving past it, and there was a bald eagle on the
Really?
lamppost, or like on the telephone wire, and I just saw a glimpse of it, and I was driving with my roommate Mel, and she's like, dude, it's a bald eagle, so I turn around and go back, and I pulled over so I could look at it. Yeah, sure enough, it was definitely a bald eagle.
Is this in
This is in
Pretty-
South Salt Lake,
really congested houses and
Yeah.
businesses and
right by
you-
State Street
Oh
too,
my gosh, you don't
between
usually,
State and 7th East.
you don't usually see that.
No, I mean they're rare enough as it is, and all I can think is that he's sick of trying to find food elsewhere, so he's gonna come and try to get the cats or something.
Cats or little dogs or,
Might not be enough fish for them out there.
Yeah,
You can see a lot of those down close to Tooele. Bald eagles. We thought this one could have been a golden eagle,
golden eagle.
but it more closely resembles the underneath and whatnot of a northern harrier hawk.
One time at school, we went to the zoo, and we got to see a bird show, and they let us each hold a golden eagle and this other falcon or a hawk. We got to put it on our arm, and they let us pet it. It's really, really cool. So soft. You're like, sorry,
Oh,
we're
they're
not
pretty
gonna
heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20, 15 pounds, I guess. And it was just really cool. It's a baby ladybug.
A baby one?
Uh-huh.
Go put him
They're
on there.
black when they're babies.
Are they?
Yeah.
You're sure he's not
It could be a different bug.
could be.
Oh no, that's a ladybug for sure. Because we had a bunch of baby ladybugs at work for the kids to watch grow. And some caterpillars and butterflies. And yeah, they're all black when they're babies. And we have a snail aquarium.
Oh,
Well, all these snails. Like one of the moms gave us a bunch of snail eggs. And I'd
Oh.
never seen a snail egg before. And they're like little white balls. And they're
I've never seen snail eggs
Yeah.
before.
and they
And they hatched and
yeah.
Huh.
We got like 4 snails at first that were already born, and then 15 eggs at least, and now I had no idea they mate like rabbits. Like we got them like not even a month ago, and there's got to be 50 snails in there, and then like another 50 eggs on top of because it's an aquarium, smaller than that. It's
Oh
only
my gosh.
it's only this big.
They're like gerbils and that kind of thing.
Well,
but-
and I don't know if they've ever cleaned the tank out. It's disgusting. And what we'll take them out of the tank during a workshop time, and there'll be different tables that the kids can do
Yeah.
different experiment stuff, and one of them will be snails and put them on little trays, and
Get out the salt.
I know, I was joking with the teacher about that, because Jorge's like, you should put them in a coliseum of salt and have them fight to the death. I'm like, no, these 4-year-olds, no. And besides, I don't want to see a snail bubble. And the teacher's been learning a little bit about snails so she can teach the kids, and I guess when they're frustrated or scared or just anxiety, they fizz, like they bubble.
do?
Yeah, and this one snail must have been just stressed out beyond all belief because there's just all these bubbles. And I'm like, to the teacher, I'm like, what's
My
going on to this with this snail? She's like, oh, he's just frustrated. All right.
They're snails in a shell. They weren't
How
Not
big
slugs.
do they get?
slugs.
Yeah.
About that big, and there
Uh.
are a lot of little baby ones. And they're cute. One of the
Oh my
boys named
gosh.
one Happy because he hadn't bubbled the entire workshop time.
Do they bubble often?
Yeah, because these kids are just messing with them. And so I'm like, all right, he's frustrated, you guys. Let's go let him take a break.
Brian, when you first moved into that house where Lisa's and Allie's live in now, in the backyard, wasn't there a lot of ivy and wasn't there a
Yeah.
lot of snails?
A lot of slugs.
They were slugs.
Yeah, I remember that.
They weren't snails. Oh,
The bigger ones.
yes.
But yeah, we had that big tree, and that was just covered in ivy.
Uh-huh.
But then, when I was like 14, some guys, they didn't even let me and my mom know. They just came in the backyard and cut it down from the electric company. They didn't give us a warning or anything. And if they messed up, it would have hit the wire, and that would have landed on our house, and it would have been a huge deal. But they did it fine, but they left the frickin' stump there. They didn't even dig it out, and they didn't let us know. And I was home alone, and I called my mom, and she's like, what? So I was looking outside the backyard, because I love that. I was just looking out and see these guys.
Cutting up?
Yeah, I'm like,
How old were you when they did
like
that?
13, 14.
What?
I called my mom.
Did you call your mom right away while they were doing that?
Yeah. She's like, what do you
'Cause
mean
I don't
someone's
know
in the
what-
backyard cutting the tree down?
You know, I know that if they were cutting it was on the parking area like that. That
That's
belongs
state
to
property,
cities.
yeah, but that was our
But
property.
if they were right in your,
They were in my
was that-
backyard.
was it a tree that was infringing on power lines and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason they did it.
I know,
and
but they didn't
guess
give us a warning or anything.
Well, yeah, they need to
So what if
come.
what if something
Even
happened?
if you weren't there, they should have left either something on your door or given you a call and said, we're going to be there at this day and this is what we need to do. And they didn't need to take the whole tree down. See, those trees over there, the city comes and
They'll
cuts
trim 'em?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut branches out of them.
Well, that's all you need to do. They
Well,
cut
yeah.
the whole darn thing, and I love that tree. And they didn't even take my swing off of it. I just swung on that tree.
Oh my God.
They just left it there, and then left the stump and the. All right, at least they took the tree. I'm surprised they didn't leave that too.
Well, what they were wanting that because they was going to use that and shred it up for some of their stuff.
True.
Yeah.
Your apricot,
Yeah,
they took that.
was that the apricot tree? Yeah.
The apricot tree's still there.
No, it's not. We don't have any trees in the backyard now. My mom got rid of that one tree that's right by the back door with and all the birds would flock at it. She got rid of that. And then the rose bush is still there. I think she's gonna keep it. And then that tree, that was the apricot tree.
Apricot tree seemed like it was further back by some kind of a shed.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Shed's not there anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.